When I got drafted, it was originally to be a pitcher. I had some issues with my arm at the time, so I went to see Dr. Lewis Yoakum, and he thought that there were some wear and tear issues. So the Angels decided that they wanted me to do try my hand at third base. So when I first started, I played a little third base, and that didn't last too long. I got moved over across the diamond pretty quick. My first taste of pro ball was instructional league, which was a nice way to get introduced to a lot of the guys. The style of baseball we play, just the speed of the game was something I really had to adapt to early on. I think I was used to the way things go in high school. I'd never seen anything else. So when I got here, the runners were moving a lot faster, and I had to adapt. But I did all right there. Went to Orem, Utah, my first season the next year. It was a short season. It was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed the area. I had a great manager in Tom Kochman, who he was hard on us at times, but it was for the better, and learned a lot from him. Went on to Cedar Rapids the next year and had a horrendous year. Really struggled. Cold weather in the beginning of the year, just never got comfortable in the plate, and hit 220. Came away with kind of a sour taste, didn't feel too good. I mean, my first half was just abysmal. Couldn't get anything going, didn't like coming to the ballpark, just couldn't find a way to get it going. No confidence, no nothing. But in hindsight, I think it was a good experience for me, because it taught me how to deal with adversity, and just realized that that's not the end of the world. You gotta put it in perspective. Went to instruction league, did a lot better. Following spring, I came in. Didn't quite know where they were going to have me go. I had a feeling maybe it was back to Cedar Rapids, which was the case. But I tried to have the best attitude I could, and worked hard, put up some decent numbers there, and improved a lot. That was probably the year where I really turned a corner as far as my hitting went. My defense was still coming along. So I got out of there, went to Rancho Cucamonga the next year, and between there and AA, I hit 32 home runs. So that was a huge step in the right direction. Didn't do all that well defensively that year, which was kind of a downturn, but I felt like I did learn a lot. Played in the fall league after that. Had a great time there. We had a really good team. Played with Chris Pettit, got Kevin Franzen, and a bunch of other guys that I'm good friends with now. And had a good time there. Back to AA the next year. Little Rock, Arkansas, which is another big park. So I kind of didn't focus on my power that year. I more concentrated on hitting for average, learning how to hit, because long fly balls there are just fly balls. You're not running around the bases too often. So that was a good experience. Went to the Dominican Republic after that season, and got to experience their culture, and that was awesome. It really opened my eyes to a lot of things that I take for granted here that they may not have over there. So to put it in perspective, that was really great for me. Went to Salt Lake City this past year, 2010. Was the co-leader in the minor leagues in home runs. It was a very good season for me, and I made a lot of progress. It was nice to see a lot of the guys that played in the big leagues. Gave me a little more confidence for myself facing those guys. And ended the season, I got called up in September and got 15 plate appearances, got my first hit in the last at bat of the year. Probably one of the happiest moments of my life. My family got to see it, and it was incredible. When I got drafted, I mean, besides pitching, they knew I could also hit, but the power was my strong point, and that's what I've kind of always considered. But I got taught really early on that you want to be a slugger before you're a hitter. You're just going to be a slug, and you're not going to be productive, and you're not going to go about it the right way. So I really took pride in first learning the nuances of hitting, how to be a smart hitter, and then I was able to expand upon it a little more and start driving a few balls. And the ones, you get good, hopefully they do go out of the ballpark. I feel like if I'm right and healthy, I can put some decent power numbers up, and last year was a great example. Salt Lake was a great place to hit, but I think that most of the home runs I hit there would have gone out of any ballpark. I know that some people think the stats are skewed coming out of there, but I think otherwise.